I'm using the dinghy stand for this video. So we went racing, and it was 2 days of racing since we're racing Index and Pro. We raced Index on Saturday along with Pro and doubled up, almost going round robin. And then Sunday was just Pro, which is today. First pass on Saturday, my reaction time was like the weekend before. I'm like, I gotta change something. And I made a big change to the air pressure in the front tires. And poof, my lights changed, going in the right direction. And then from there, it was on. I broke out in Index. I ran it almost on the number, went over a little bit. And because of the way the Index works, you want to be on one end of it. So the car was running 50s, and I put in an 1160 on the rear window, and it went a 58 with a 9 or something. And the reaction time was good. It was an 065 on the Pro Tree, and to his .265 on the Pro Tree, he didn't break out. He ran it actually under, but still in his Index. But again, the Index swings a full tenth, so you got 0.10 to play with there. You just have to know where your car falls, and that's where we were running on the upper end of the 1150s. And to slow the car down, I pedaled it, and I can usually tell when the car is in the other lane coming up on me. I look over, whatever, I'll pedal it. It's like pseudo bracket racing. And then in Pro, we're catching good lights, 040s, 030s, just getting better at it. As the day went on, our lights got better, and we managed to go 4 rounds. And then I ran it, I broke out. I put a 1155 on the window, and it went 1154 with a 4. And he did have a slightly better light than me by 20 thou, but he broke out he didn't break out, he went under a couple hundredths. So if I had ran on a 55, which I ran 6 thousandths faster, I would have taken that round, but that's racing. We were driving the Strut at that point, and I was pedaling it on the big end. But anyway, one of our guys that we race with, he's older, but he's a well-known carb guy in our track, and I wish I could have kind of covered it, but you know what? It's in the moment, and we had to swap out a master cylinder. Luckily and unluckily, somebody oiled down the track, gave us about an hour to swap out the master cylinder and bleed the brakes, and he went on to the next round, and he actually would have gone probably into the finals, because I think he had to buy into the semis. And but motorcycle, it was a 2-day speed week deal also at our track. A motorcycle slipped down the whole track and with synthetic, and they had to literally scrape the entire track. And they called it for the day. They split the pots, and it sucked because some of the people that we raced with were going, I was cheering for them. And we went pretty far in Pro, which is pretty good. We just fell shy of the money round. You needed 47 cars. We only had 42 for it to pay out that round that we lost in. But that's racing. From here, we're going to get ready for sick week. There's nothing really that I'm going to do besides housework, but whatever we do car related as far as getting ready for sick week, we're going to do. And that's going to be interesting, because I'm leaving that Saturday before sick week, because I think you have to tech in Sunday. I have to leave with my truck, trailer, all of my equipment, because as soon as we get back where we start from at sick week is, our home track, we have an Index and Pro race, and I have to race Pro again on Sunday. So that's going to be a rough week. But you know what? You only live once. So we can truly say YOLO on that one. But we're in it for the adventure, and it's It's going to be a lot of fun. Quite a few guys from our track are in it, and a lot of guys that we race with, but we had a really good weekend. The car was just running the number. I'm getting better as a driver. The predictability of knowing whether I'm going to break out or not, again, driving a stripe. And, we've only been bracket racing for like 5 years. There's some people that are really, really good just from Jump Street, and there's people that have to acquire the experience, and I'm not going to force it. It's just like when I used to skateboard. It took me a while to get really good, and it's just like my trade. It took me a while to get really good at what I'm doing, but and even then, I ain't the best by all means. But I'm just happy that we're showing up, we're going rounds, we're making our presence there somewhat significance, I guess, and But I'm going to share all the videos, the pictures, and everything. This has been long enough. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Any of you guys out there racing, hope you guys had good racing weekends. I think JJ was out racing, so go follow his page, Twin J Racing. Curious to know how he did. I've been gone, and I get spotty internet at our track. So we'll see you guys later. Share, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Scott Cutlass. Cheers. See you around. Broke out. Mike got it, hell yeah.